Hi everyone, this is Melody,
And Hector.
and we're the co founders of Peace Inside Out. And we decided to create this video to let you know a little bit more about Peace Inside Out. And the event that we had planned for June 24th was the event to publicly give birth, bring to light our baby, Peace Inside Out. But over the last few days, we've realized that our baby still needs a little more time in the womb. It's not quite ready, and we want to share a little bit more about its conception, about where it is at in its process and its gestation, and let you know what are some of the upcoming things for Peace Inside Out.
Well, I guess Peace Inside Out's like conception was in December 2015. Um, we had been hearing about a harm that happened in Irvine at UCI, University Hills, and basically, me personally, I was waiting for someone to say, "Hey, can you all create a process around this, a restorative process?" And when finally someone asked us, I said yes right away. Even though we both, I think, had just been trained in restorative justice not that long, um, but I believed that we could hold it, and I believed that we were going to grow from it inside. I knew I was, because it had to do with police brutality, or police bias and police prejudice and racial bias, and so I knew that to be able to hold that, I had to be really well. And so we created this great process there, including a final proposal with proposals for the community, and it was received really well. And that's when we came up with the name Peace Inside Out.
That's right. And one of the things that we realized was that there have been so many different projects, so many different skills and gifts and things that we've been offering, to our community and in so many different communities. And I would constantly come across these little pieces of paper where Hector had written down, this is what you do, this is what I do, this is what we do together. We have Reiki and Bomba and Zumba and meditation, and we do these events like Bombazo
Restorative
Fandango,
justice.
restorative justice, all of these different things. And so I would be cleaning up and I would find them somewhere, and then they would end up in our altar, and just these little pieces of paper. And I think when Hector came out with the name Peace Inside Out, it finally came all together. Like, yes, like everything that we do is with the intention to work the internal, to transform to heal internally, but then also do it in community, also share it with others, do it outwardly as well, to transform our communities, our society into one where everyone is value and whole. And
And
so,
ripples, yeah, sending out ripples, basically. Um, and then in basically a year after we created the name Peace Inside Out, like a year later, the concept kind of developed even more, and how I conceptualized all the work we did together, how we both conceptualized it. And it was during a time of suffering for me, to be honest. I had just gotten fired from a job I really loved, and I was going through shingles. I had pain and burning in different areas, and finally, through having to ride that and be at peace and breathe through that pain every day, every day, every day, every day for weeks, um, came to me arts, restoration, community, and health. Walk through this arch of these practices um, to develop peace inside and out. The arts where we see ourselves, a reflection of ourselves where we can ask questions. Restoration where we restore that beautiful divine self, highest self, where we restore those childlike curiosity, that childlike healthy way of expressing emotions and then just passing through and next, angry with a friend one moment and then playing with them in the next, community, the C in the arch of with community, which is a pillar of support for us many times. Just being there, solid as a pillar. A pillar doesn't have to do much, it's just standing there, really. But that's an important thing.
yeah.
Um, and also, like, yeah, so events, as community, we have events on education. We learn from each other, and we convivimos, and we, water joy together. And the last one, health. Health practices, whether it's as an individual, like Reiki or AcuDetox, or and meditation, or as a community, a sangha, as I say.
We're doing Zumba together, sweating together,
or family.
Or family, birth preparation.
That's right, that's right. So, through suffering came the concept of Peace Inside Out, of ARCH.
And it's all the things we've been doing, right? I mean, just not too long ago, beautiful couple that was very anxious, about giving birth, and were feeling nervous that they had gone past their due date, and things like that. They came to us, and we offered them Reiki together as a couple, and the Reiki was a little too strong. They went into labor that night. Contractions started that night, and the baby was born, very shortly after. But we were able to do that by, being present for them, but first being present for ourselves, and trusting more than anything. I think that's one of the biggest things. I think, those of you that have seen me dance, have danced with me, you see the joy and the freedom that I experience, because I feel it so deep inside of me, to be able to move my body and express. And it's just something really, really, really powerful. And it's something that, in moments of a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, has helped me to come back to myself, to come back to my highest self. So
what we share is what we also seek to learn.
Exactly.
And we know that it's working for us, in many good ways. And the one part that we're having to work on and water the most for us as a couple is the restoration. And so we're going to take time on June 24th to work with each other, as individuals and as a couple, and to be stronger for the community and for ourselves and for our family, our son, our daughter, and future baby or babies. Entonces, that's
hard.
How it works.
It's I think one of the things that we've learned through Peace Inside Out is about really seeking to understand ourselves, right? And others too, but starting with ourselves, but with a lot of deep, deep compassion for ourselves. And that's hard sometimes, because we see the raw wounds, right? We see
they have been knotted for so long, and now they're getting some air, and it's not looking pretty at first. And
I'll share, just an experience I had this week, about that's related to my journey and the things that I'm still working on, and why I know that this baby still needs more time in the womb. On Tuesday night, when I was running on the beach, I could feel myself inside of my 10-year-old body, running across Pacific Avenue to where my sister was laying on the floor after being hit by a car.
What day was that?
June 24th, 1994. And as I was running, for the first time, I was able to feel the sensation I felt when I was running in 1994, June 24th. There was a lot of guilt and a lot of shame. Thinking, why was I not taking care of my sister to prevent this? And as I was running, I was feeling a lot of shame about things that I still need to work on to be a better partner, to be just a better person, a better woman. And realizing, I stopped running and I looked at the ocean, Yemaya, and with her abundance of love and nurturing. And her message was, let go of the shame. It is not yours. It is not your fault. And I knew in that moment that was one of my biggest lessons, one of the things that I've been working on for so many years, but now more than ever need to continue to do the intentional practices to release that shame, to release that guilt.
Yeah, and for me, one of the biggest lessons is doing this video, and the shame that I felt about, whoa, we were going to do a launching of Peace Inside Out. What's happening? we're not gonna do it anymore. I felt shame and embarrassed, like I want to do this, and it made a lot of sense. And to just be more flexible was my lesson. Be patient, be flexible. You know, be solid like a mountain, but also flexible, flowing like the
Flowing
river.
like a river.
And that's one of my things is to be flexible and be patient. And so, just like a baby, doctors say, "Oh yeah, due date
Due
is this
date.
day." Oh no, baby knows when it's due. And
That's
so we're gonna
right.
give it time. And we lastly just remind you to stay tuned with us. You know, we're gonna republish Melody's speech. She did an awesome speech at University of Notre Dame talking about Peace Inside Out. That's gonna be republished with a better audio soon. We have our Facebook page, Peace Inside Out, where we'll publish, you know, all the different classes we have, like bomba dance on Sundays. Melody's gonna start
Zumba this
Zumba in the
summer for
summer.
sure in the evenings.
Yeah, we're gonna have Reiki shares. Look for some half-price Reiki weeks. That's gonna come. Reiki classes, of course. We're finishing a curriculum for a local nonprofit we're excited about. Future restorative justice trainings, including some for free that I want to make sure people take advantage of. And yeah, we keep celebrating and keep watering joy, keep building that peace from the inside out, walking through the arch. You know, basically practice, 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 practice. What are we gonna practice?
Thank you. Thank you so much.